What's up, brother? In this video I'm gonna break down the 10 most unattractive behavior traits you can have as a guy, which instantly make girls lose all the attraction to you. My rating is based on my past negative experiences and how it affected the level of respect the girls had towards me back in time when I had no girls. It was before I became great at getting girls. We're gonna go from the least to the most unattractive beta male possible. Let's go, brother. This is the top 10 most unattractive behavior traits of men. Number 10. Being a liar. If you get discovered as a liar, you're fucked. Girls and people around you will be completely disgusted by you, they'll never trust you again, the girls are not gonna be comfortable with you so that they don't really want to date you anymore. It is very dangerous to be a liar, because if you get discovered, you'll lose the respect, you'll completely destroy your reputation, and it is just disgusting, bro. Do not be a liar. In some of my videos, I talk about the mentality fake it till you make it. I talk about the law of attraction. For example, you want to become a 10 out of 10 chat, you want to be the most attractive guy in your city, you want to be perceived as a guy, so that you try to act, you try to adopt some of mannerisms of such a guy until you actually convert yourself in that kind of guy. You're not a liar because you try to show the best part of yourself to the world. You're not a liar. You're just trying to become someone which you want to become anyway. You want to become the best version of yourself. You want to become the guy who is respected and wanted by people and by girls. And sometimes you have to pretend you're someone who you are not right now yet, but you'll become that person with time if you do it. There is a difference between being a liar, being a disgusting human being, and trying to become the best version of yourself by trying to pretend you are already that version. Because this is how it works. This is the law of attraction. You attract to your life what you think about most of the time, so that you adopt some of the behaviors of that version of yourself which you want to become. Number 9. Being disrespectful with people and stuff. If you're the kind of guy who gets pissed off every time something gets wrong in the airplane or in the restaurant, like for example, the waiter brought you the wrong meal. If you're the guy who emotionally reacts and shouts or gets angry on that person, you're just a bitch. Honestly, you're a bitch. You have mental problems, you have emotional instability, and it is just so fucking feminine if you disrespect people around you, like randomly disrespect them. There's nothing masculine in that. I know, bro, you've heard that being an asshole, being a bad boy can get you girls, and yes, it can. But it is not that you have to be an asshole just trying to offend other people, just to be disrespectful to other people. It is just feminine. It is very feminine. Not being able to control your emotions and overall getting emotional, it's feminine. Maybe you've seen some girls or some bitches who get angry, who get pissed off when something gets wrong. You're not at that level. You're not at that low fucking level. Be higher than them. Be a better man. Don't get emotional. I have to make a disclaimer. It's not the same when someone disrespects you. Okay, when someone disrespects you, some other man disrespects you, you absolutely have to respond. You can even fight for your respect. But when it's someone who didn't want to disrespect you, when there is not a big deal, do not get emotional, otherwise you're gonna be perceived like a bitch. Number 8 in my list. Talking too much. I remember once I've been with a girl and we were with other friends and we were going home after school by bus. And I've started flirting with that girl. And in that time, it was almost 2 years ago, in the time I had very poor social skills, and I had like that mindset that if I don't talk as much as possible, this means I'm gonna be perceived as the guy who can't talk, the guy who is bad at getting girls or something like that. Complete bullshit, but this is what I was believing in that time. So I started talking about everything which came to my mind. It was my goal to make sure my mouth doesn't shut, because I would feel insecure if I stopped talking. So I made so many stupid jokes, I've said so much bullshit, and I don't remember how, but I ended up saying that the girl was a bitch. I know, bro, you're now thinking like I'm a psychopath. I wasn't that time. I really literally said that the girl I wanted was a bitch. And I'm not gonna tell what happened, but as a result, not only did I lose that girl, I've lost some of the friendships. It was a complete shame, and I was made a meme in my zone. It was very disgusting, and in the time it was a great hit on my reputation and also in my mental health. So it is very dangerous to talk too much, talking without thinking. Like, bro, if only in the time I could understand that actually the less you talk, often the more attractive you're gonna be perceived by girls. It is attractive when the guy doesn't talk too much. You're gonna be perceived as more mysterious, as more mature, as more like an alpha male. Alpha males don't talk shit, alpha males don't chat 24/7. Alpha males only open their mouth when there is something valuable, something powerful to say. Bro, literally, if there is nothing powerful you can say, if there is nothing which is really appropriate in the situation, just shut up, bro. Do looks maxing, level up your life, and you're actually not gonna have to talk too much to make girls like you. Number 7. Having no purpose. If you currently have nothing you are passionate about, there is no task which you enjoy doing and which is really like your life task, you're gonna be perceived as a loser. Bro, in my school, on the school lessons, I would always write scripts to my videos. Like, in the time I would write scripts, now I don't write scripts, but the girls will get so wet for me because they were seen I had a purpose. I always was occupied by some task which I was 100% passionate about. They would ask me questions, what am I doing? But I never responded. I was perceived as a mysterious guy, almost like a James Bond. Like, I was always concentrated on writing those scripts, and the way I was talking, the way I was behaving in that society, school, it would make the girls respect me. And actually, bro, they literally wanted to suck my dick. And this is all because I was seen as a guy who has a purpose. Number 6 on my list, having bad leadership skills. You want to be the guy who girls want to follow and who the girls actually follow. If you're the one who follows the girls, if you ask the girls what they want to do on a date, if you ask the girls which drink they want to drink or where they want to go next, you as a man, you always have to be the leader. It is you who decides where you go. It is you who decides what you do and when you do it and what time you do it. It is always on the man. Because the girls don't want to think. Girls hate thinking. It is because thinking, it's a masculine trait. Girls just want to have some fun. Girls just want to be led by the guy who knows what he's doing, who knows where he goes, and they can just blindly follow them. This is what the girls want. And you're here asking the girl what she wants to do? Bro, what the fuck? She wants to do what you want to do. So, first of all, be sure in what actually you want to do. When I was bad in getting girls, I would always ask girls about their opinions. I would ask girls what they want, what they prefer, and no surprise, the girls didn't want to go with me on dates because I wasn't enough of a leader. Now we got to the top 5 most unattractive behavior traits of a man. Number 5. Being indecisive, being unsure. As I've already said, girls want the guy who is 100% confident in himself, who knows where he goes, who has a goal and pursues his goal. And when you act like you don't know what to do, like you can't take a decision, you are indecisive, this means there is something wrong with you, bro. A lot of your indecisiveness comes from you being an overthinker. When there is some decision you have to take, you tend to analyze too much about taking that decision. Next time, when there is an option you have to choose, just pick one you already like. Stop considering all the other options and just go for something you already like. Number 4. Being negative. Bro, I want you to remember something. Girls only want to have fun and girls only want to laugh. And when you're someone who has this negative aura around you, when you're someone who talks shit about your life, talks shit about other persons, it's so unmanly, bro. It's so beta male. Like, bro, you probably seen some nerds, some beta fucking males who always complain about something in their life, who have that dark aura around them. You probably know some of them, and you're always disgusted by them. There is a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, and the first very chapter of the book says that don't complain, don't judge, and don't criticize. If you complain, if you judge, and if you criticize, you're a bitch, bro. Basically, it is so unattractive, bro. Yeah, if you're better than someone in something, you can give him some advice, you can help them, but if you talk shit about people, about random people, about how bad things are in your life, about how other people have to behave differently or something like that, you are just a bitch. This is why being negative is on the 4th place on the list of the most unattractive beta male traits you can have. Now we got to the top 3 most unattractive beta male traits. Number 3. Being shy, insecure, lacking self-confidence. Bro, I remember until I was almost 18 years old, every time I came to school after summer holidays, when I was about to come into the classroom, I would always tremble. Literally, I would be like shaking like this because of how much of social anxiety I had. Bro, I was so insecure about what people might think about me, and if the girl looks at me and bro, you can relate to this at some point. Maybe you were something like that some years ago. Like, I had very bad social skills, and because of that I always would be afraid of being around people. I literally, bro, I would be afraid of being around other human beings, and as a result I developed one of the most unattractive male traits of all times. It is being shy, being insecure. Bro, girls want the guy who has that energy, like he has 2 big balls and a massive, long, big dick. This is what the girls want. You need to unverbally provide this energy that you have big balls. And if you're shy, if you're insecure, if you lack self-esteem and self-confidence, you're not gonna shine that energy. You're gonna be just, bro, you're gonna be perceived as a guy with a small dick. And as you might imagine, it's not very attractive to girls, right? Number 2 in my list, the second most unattractive trait is being boring. Girls want to laugh and have fun. And if you're someone the girls can't laugh and have fun and have a nice time together with, you're gonna be unattractive to girls. If you're a boring person, if you can't hold a conversation, you don't really know what to talk about, you answer questions with just one word, and you talk with this kind of voice, it's just beta male. Again, bro, what I already said, you need to have an energy as you have two big balls and a big massive dick. And you don't want to be the guy who there's no value to spend time with. You want to be an interesting person. You can have profound conversation together. You can laugh together and actually build that human being connection, that energy which makes both of you comfortable and happy together with each other. And if you're boring, you're not gonna build that energy and you're also gonna reject you. This is why being boring on the second place in my list with the most beta male traits you can have as a man. And the most beta male trait you can possibly have as a man is being needy. Oh my god. Bro, I have a lot of stories when I have fucked up the girls because I just was so needy and desperate to get the fucking pussy. And they could fucking smell it in the way I talk to them and the way I behave, that I basically communicated to them. I can't live without you. I need you. I can't focus on my purpose without you. Please, please, come with me on a date, please. This is what I would communicate when I was acting as a needy bitch. You know, bro, when you're needy, you tend to ask the girls those boring, stupid questions, like, for example, like, I would come to the girl and say to her, "Hello, how are you doing today?" And she replies, "Good." "You?" "Me too, good." And after that, I would say like, "Where do you live?" And after that, "Do you have siblings?" Like, literally, bro, this is what you do when you are needy. You are boring when you are needy. And as we said, boring is on the second place of the most unattractive traits. And in the combination of being boring plus needy, you're just on the lowest human level possible. It's so unattractive. And in order to not be needy, you need to stop giving a fuck if you get the girl or not. You have your sick life, you have your purpose, right, bro? You have your fucking ambition. So focus on that. And like, if you get the girl, like, awesome, perfect, wonderful. But if you don't, there's no problem for you at all. This is how you stop being needy. You convince yourself that the girl is great, but without the girl, you still have a sick life. Always have that approach that you speak to girls to have fun. And when you don't give a fuck about girls and you just speak to people and you're a social guy, you have fun, this is what is attractive. You have your task which you're focused on, you're a guy who has fun, and as we said, the girls want to have fun. The girls will naturally attract to you. The girls will naturally want to join you in your life. So please, bro, stop giving a fuck about girls, focus on your task and have fun in the fucking life, because the life is fucking sick, bro.